Hey book besties, welcome back. Today I'm going to make a video talking about how I track my reading, and yes, there are multiple ways, and yes, I'm a bit over the top with it, but tracking my reading has almost become like a hobby in itself alongside reading, so let's just get into it. Let's start with the most obvious one, Goodreads. If you don't know, Goodreads is an app in which you can track what books you're reading. The app isn't the most user-friendly thing in the world, so I would say use the website alongside the app, but it does have like every book on there, and that is probably my main reason for using it. And a lot of my friends have it, and it's nice being able to see what they're reading, especially even like friends that I'm not massively close with, like people I used to work with, or like a friend's boyfriend, and I have them on Goodreads and I see actually we've got really similar tastes in books. That's really nice that I can see that. My friend's boyfriend like recommended, I didn't even know you could do this. The other day I got like a notification being like such and such has recommended this book to you, and I know we've had a conversation before and he's been like, you need to read this book, and it's just nice that he could do that through the app. So yeah, I think the biggest strength of Goodreads is its social element, and that works more if you have a lot of like your friends that use it. I have tried other apps such as Storygraph and Fable. Storygraph, I didn't like the user experience. I used it a few years ago when it first came out, and the app just wasn't great. And I think from people I've spoken to, it has improved so much since then, but I've tried to re-import my Goodreads data and it won't transfer over, and it's a whole thing, and I just gave up with it. It also feels quite unnecessary to have two apps when I already have other ways of tracking my reading as well. So I thought I'd just stick with Goodreads, and that is the reason I stopped using Fable, because, and Fable is a great app, it really, really is. But yeah, not many of my friends used it, so the social element wasn't as great for me as Goodreads. And again, it just felt unnecessary to have so many different ways to track my apps. Also, I've just remembered, Fable, when I did use it for all of last year, and it didn't have some of the books I read on there, so I would like not be able to input that data in, which I did find quite annoying, which is part of the reason that led me to set up my entire own Notion page dedicated to tracking my reading. I did this for the first time in 2025, and it is like my favourite thing ever in the world, so I had to do it again in 2026, and setting it up and making it all beautiful and just like, I love it. Let's look at it. I just love it. Okay, I've come to the desk so we can look at my Notion page. I love Notion. If you haven't heard of it, it is like a word processor, but like in a database kind of way. I'm not that tech savvy, so I definitely don't use it to its full potential. And there's so many useful videos on YouTube as well, which is how I have learned to use it. But it's so cool. I'm saying as if it's that complicated to use. It's not. It's just I'm not very good with technology and using new things. I'm like, I can't do this. I remember like my boyfriend showing it to me, he's like, you're going to love this app, and I was like, no, I don't know how to use it. And I then watched YouTube videos, learned how to use it, and he is right, I do absolutely love this app. Let's look at my reading Notion for 2026. So this is my reading page, 2026. It's all like pink and bookish, and I just love it. At the top I have my title, and I have a little picture. I had a different picture last year, but it's just like, yeah, just go on Pinterest, get a cute picture, which just feels the vibe. Reading goals. These are my reading goals for this year. You can see intentional is in bold because that's my word of the year. Some of them are like similar to reading goals to last year. Some of them are different, which is fun. You will notice there is no number. There's no number reading goal this year. I have got 75 on my Goodreads challenge, but I am aiming to not have a reading number this year, like just quality over quantity. That is the plan. And that's good because technically I'm behind on that. But I've read some really great books this year. You can see I've got my reading tracker, which is all the books I've read, their rating. I do have like non-applicable for some that just feel like they're not really the sort of books I can rate, which is generally for self-help. But I did give Tuesdays with Mario a rating though. If this book is out before reviews, getting a sneak peek at my ratings. And I love it because you can open up like each one, and then you can see there's the script for my 30-second review or 60-second review, and there's all the key events that happened. These notes are so like brain dumpy, so don't know, yeah, that's just how my brain works. I just literally dump everything onto the page, and I can copy and paste them from my notes app on my phone as well. So if I'm out and about and write something down, about a thought in a book, I quickly can copy and paste it in, which is really useful. I have the genre and I have the month, and you can change all the colours as well. I know last year I had it all really colour coded, but this year I was just like pink. I have my 2026 TBR here, the books I'm aiming to definitely read. I've already read 3 of them. I literally finished Mistborn yesterday, so I've just updated that. And then I have my physical TBR. Last year I did have every single book on my Kindle as well on this list, but it was just too much. It was also like so depressing looking at it, because I was like, so many books, whereas this is my physical TBR. It's quite long at the moment, isn't it? But yeah, these are all the books I've got physical copies of and that I need to read. I don't have the physical books that are in England, because that also can't do anything about that. I can't read them. I'm not in England at the moment, so I've just got these books which I own and need to read. And then down here I have navigation. So I've got different things. The on reading is like my thoughts on different books. I'm not going to go on that because it's quite personal. It's like if I'm journaling in response to something, or if I'm having some thoughts about reading. I don't know, that's kind of what that is, more like personal thoughts about reading culture and books. Then I've got my series tracker. This, I don't love it at the moment. I want to update it, I don't know how. It's basically all of the series I'm reading. I need to really go through this and sort out what I'm not going to finish and what I am going to finish. Like here, I don't know if I'm going to finish Maple Hills. I do want to read the second Handmaid's Tale. And like this is out. I need to update it. That is out. I can't remember what it's called, but The Roots of Chaos, third book, is out. Fearless, I haven't read. That is out now. Mates, not Mates. That I'm not going to finish. Lord of the Rings. I tried this one and yeah, didn't read it. I reckon that's out now. Torchfire. Yeah, really need to look at this and go through it. I do want to make it look a bit different, I think. So that's something to play around with. Yeah, I just love Notion because there's so much you can do to track your reading on here. It's just like... Also, I'm saying all of this, I'm realising this is so extra and you do not need to do this to track your reading. But it's fun. I promise. I enjoy it. Author challenges, that's very similar to series tracker, just authors and different books they've written. And monthly reading overview. So this is something I've started for this year to try and just give me a bit more of a clearer insight. So you can see here, January 2026, books read, what genre they were, and the yearly total. And obviously that will build up. I've started February, but so that's like the year based on January. But I haven't put in what I've done in February because whilst I'm filming this, it's still February. Though I don't think this video is due to go out for ages. Yeah, that is my reading Notion. I love it. I highly recommend setting one up. It's so much fun. Now we've spoken about all the ways I digitally track my reading, let's talk about the ways I use physical books to track my reading. So I have 2 main notebooks which I use to track my reading. I will say I do have other notebooks that I write things to do with reading or this channel or like just anything to do with books down in, but I wouldn't say they track my reading, or they're not like an archive. They're not an, what's the word? They're not an archive of my reading journey, so I'm not going to include them in this video. I feel like they're a separate thing, whereas these I am going to talk about. First, we have my Commonplace book, and I love this so much. I only started it last summer after watching Ruby Granger's video on commonplacing, which I will attach below. I'll put the link in the description. It's such a great video and the perfect one to help you set up your Commonplace book if you decide you want to have one. If you don't have one, I really, really recommend it. I used to write down quotes from books so much. I'd write them in my notes app, I'd write them on post-it notes. Like I just feel like I need to scroll them down. When I love someone's writing, I just feel like I need to rewrite it down. I want to remember it. And I just had pieces of paper everywhere. I had it in my journal. I just had it in my phone. I wouldn't like have anywhere to look at all these quotes. So when I saw Ruby like talk about her Commonplace book with such passion, I was like, this is for me. I also like had heard of it, but never really knew exactly what it was. And it basically is just a place where you put down quotes and paraphrase key bits of information from text on topics you like. is actually, I think, invented by John Locke in the 1600s. But yeah, it's such an old way of tracking your reading or different thoughts and feelings you've had on books. But yeah, it's just so cool. It's nice just to have this book where it all is. You can see here, I've got like my contents, and I have different like things that interest me, and some are like real big interests like education, whereas some are like history. Some is like nutrition, because I just find I do actually listen to a lot of podcasts, read a lot of books that are to do with nutrition and gut health. And even though that's so random, I wouldn't say it's like a massive interest of mine. It's something I always want to know more about, and I don't know where to ever put this information I read. So it's just useful having it in one place in my Commonplace book. If we go to like a section, which section should we go to? Maybe if we go to love, because I bet there's some really nice quotes in that. Oh, there is some really nice quotes. And it's just so nice that I can like come here and look in my Commonplace book at some of these quotes. Oh, these quotes. Should we read some quotes? Let's just read a couple. I feel like I could know you forever and still be curious about what you're going to say next. From Atmosphere, Taylor Jenkins Reid. I love those quotes that are so subtle about love, but they just make you feel it so much. Like, oh, there's so much as well. And I wouldn't have noticed this about my Commonplace book, but about love being a sacrifice and the risk taking of love. Like the way you see that in different themes across books. Like I've just read two quotes here, one from Days at the Morisaki Bookshop and one from Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. And they both really are reflecting on that. This quote from The Great Alone, Christian Hannah. She needed him, but not to save or complete her or reinvent her. Her love for him was the cleanest, strongest emotion she'd ever felt. It was like opening up your eyes, growing, realising that you had it in you to love like this forever, for all of time, or for all the time you had. Oh, I didn't even write down where this one was from. Oh no, I think this is also from The Great Alone. Love doesn't fade or die. People tell you it does, but it doesn't. You found him once in the middle of nowhere. What were the chances you'd meet him, that he'd love you and that you'd love him? I'd say, lucky you. I'm gonna have to stop. I bet I've had to cut so many quotes out as well. Just sat there and like, this isn't a video of reading quotes from my Commonplace book, but this is what I mean. It's just so nice having all those quotes in one place. If I'm having a bad day, having this to just go and look at is the most wonderful thing in the world. Similarly to having a lovely book in which you can really enjoy just looking back on, I have made a reading journal. Now, I always wanted to be one of those girls that had a reading journal, and I always used to see them on Pinterest and be like, oh, they're so beautiful, they're so cool. And so many years I tried to set one up. I was like, right, I'm gonna buy some stationery, I'm gonna make this beautiful reading journal. And it would just always feel like a job. And I'd be like reading more books than I could keep up with to like journal about and write my feelings down for. And yeah, I just never fully got into it, even as much as I wanted to do it. I just never dedicated enough time to it, and it never worked out for me back then. My mum bought me this beautiful book for my birthday, and yeah, I just loved it. And it's like got really nice thick pages, like almost like a bit like a sketchbook. And I was like, oh, I really want to use this as a reading journal, and I feel like it's quite like reading journal vibe, like the way it looks. So I was like, maybe I'll save it for 2026 and start a reading journal. And then I was like, why wait 2026? Like, I've just read a great book. I read The Signature of All Things by Elizabeth Gilbert, and I was like, I'd like to put that in here. Then I had this radical thought, which just doesn't seem that radical at all to anyone else, but to me, who like feels like starting a notebook, like a reading journal in the middle of the year, feels wild. And yeah, that's what I did. I started in the middle of the year, and I don't write down every book I read or even every book I love. I just write down some books that I want to do a nice journal of, and I've barely done any, but it feels really low pressure and really fun. It's just about like having the enjoyment of being creative and responding creatively to a book. And I'm hoping that even if it takes me like 5 years to fill this book, then, or even 10 years, if I just like fill this book really slowly, it'll still be like a really nice visual representation of books I've loved and how I've responded to them. Whether that just be a summary, whether it just be quotes, I don't know. Like, I don't know where I'm gonna go with this, but I'm really enjoying exploring. You can see I've got like my title page here, which is a very different vibe, but I wanted to like gemify the inside. Yeah, let's look inside. I did keep this blank and I thought I might make like a contents of all the books in here, but then maybe 2 pages wasn't enough. Maybe I could make like a flappy one, I don't know. It's my one on the signature of all things, and it's just, I haven't gone for being super aesthetic either. Like, I think part of the problem I've had in the past is that I've seen the ones on Pinterest and like on Instagram, and it's amazing that these people make these really beautiful books, but you have to start somewhere, and I can't start and make these incredible spreads because I'm just not there yet. Like, I don't know how to do that, and maybe even not artistically talented enough yet. So I'm just doing what I can and buying pretty stickers and enjoying it. And even this one I made really, really simple for Catabasis, and I tried to like go with the theme of like the stairs going down. I'm currently working on one for The Will of the Many, and I was doing it and I didn't have anything other than a pencil on me, so I just did what I could with a pencil, and I actually really like it so far, and I'm excited to write like my summary here and a full review of the book there. So yeah, it's just like a really fun little project that is really only just started. I've been doing it for a few months, but have barely touched the surface on where I want to go with this. But this is more about archiving my reading than tracking it, and just remembering the books I loved and how they made me feel. Okay, so that was a lot of rambling about how I track and archive my reading. Let's just quickly recap. The 4 things I do is Goodreads, or the 4 things I do are Goodreads, Notion, which I highly recommend, and it is my like main form of tracking. Commonplace book, again, just love my Commonplace book. And a reading journal, which is something I'm still in the early days of. Do you use the same methods to track your reading, or do you do something different? Comment below and add me on Goodreads, because it'd be great to have some more friends on there. Thank you so much for watching, especially if you've made it all the way to the end of this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe.